Hey, pals.
I'm so sorry. Wasn't talking a whole lot.
Right. Let's see. Wait and see. Uh-oh.
I'm eating.
What are you eating? Oh, look, here we go. We have a couple people in the chat. I'm trying to. Sorry, y'all. I didn't even get my phone ready or anything. Okay, there we go. Hey, guys. So, we got Marie and Chrissy and Danielle in the chat already. We are going to be talking about our top 5 favorite villains. I was hoping to get this in October, but I mean, we're close.
We're close.
We're the day after. We're good. Hey, Sammy. So if you guys don't know us, we're the Siskateers. I think everybody in the chat does know. I'm Mary.
I'm Tony.
And this is our channel. And we have with us tonight, we're going to let them introduce themselves. So you're up.
Hi, I'm Selby. Or Bibbidi Bruner, or whatever you want to call me.
Bruner.
Oh, gosh. I'm Meg from Mickey's Magic.
And I'm Kat from Perfectly Cat. Hi, guys.
All right. There we go. So that's everybody that's here tonight. I am not a super huge villain person. I know Tony,
I'm not
so much.
either. No, but you know, it's okay.
Kat,
I'm a huge villains fan. So's Meg.
Yeah.
Like Meg and I are
Meg.
like.
Yeah. Shelby, are you a big villain person?
I love villains. I love princesses. I love it all.
Okay.
Except for Stitch.
All right. Awesome. Hey guys, there's so many people in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? So we're gonna go 5 to 1. So what Tony and I are trying to do is like each month we're trying to have like a top 5 live. Just something different. We missed last month for weather purposes. We had like a major storm and our power typically goes out all the time. So we weren't able to do it. So we're going to start with our number 5 villain and what you love about them. So Kat, you want to go first?
Sure. Let me look up my list. I wrote it down.
You guys tell us in the chat who your favorite villains are. Who's your number 5 favorite villain? And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll try to answer them.
So my number 5 is actually sort of a tie between Hopper from A Bug's Life and Madam Mim from the Sword and the Stone. I think they're both like okay, so Hopper, he is just like dominance. This is I'm in charge. This is how it goes. And then he has a very sad ending to his life.
Yeah.
And then Madam Mim is just crazy. I love crazy.
She is. She's so fun though. I actually really like her too.
She changes everything. Like, how fun is that?
Yeah. Oh goodness. I can't focus. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do things on my phone and on the computer at the same time. It's very difficult. Okay. So with Hopper, are they strictly movie based? The reason why you like them, or do you like the show at Animal Kingdom as well? You like Hopper from that show, or
I love Hopper in the show. I love that. I love A Bug's Life, the 3D thing. The bugs crawling under your butt give me every time. Every time. I'm like,
I like stand up halfway.
Yeah.
I'm like, not in my seat.
Yeah.
I
Do you not do that though? Like, and I feel like I'm scarred from like when they had Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and like the little spiders would crawl under your feet, and then I would keep my feet up. So anytime sorry, this is like such a tangent. Anytime I do like a 4D experience, I'm like off the seat with my feet off the ground.
I forget it's coming. So every time I scream and I'm like, oh, dear heavens,
It's there.
Well, one of the teenagers that we just took on our trip, he said he would not do the Bugs Life. That was the one thing he was not going to do because he was scarred from like being a little kid and like experiencing like the bugs coming at him or whatever. Like he was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I think that's funny. Like when they're, because he's like, what, 16?
Yeah.
So I think that's funny when they're that age and they're like, no, no, no. All right, Meg, who's your number 5?
I have to go with Scar for number 5. Scar is one of the coolest villains. I feel like he's super like low-key manipulative, but also super intelligent. I love everything about Scar. The Lion King's like one of my favorite movies of all time, and just Disney would not be Disney would not be the same without Scar. He's such an iconic villain. So yeah, I just love all of his lines. Like, I'm surrounded by idiots. He's super awesome.
Yeah. I actually am gonna jump on my number 5 because my number 5 is Scar as well. So for me, if it's a villain, I want them to be really, really bad. Like that's their role. That's what they're supposed to do. And I think Scar is really, really bad. I mean, he kills his brother. Like, how much worse can you get? I don't know. But like you said, he's super intelligent, and he does have some fun lines and some fun interaction and stuff going on. So I think he's a really, really fun villain. All right, Tony.
Okay. So like I said earlier, I'm not a big like villain person. So I chose my top 5 based on their songs that I like, that they sing.
Okay.
So my number
That's good,
5 is Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog, because I like his Friends on the Other Side song. But he's also a really good villain, I think. I think he's like creepy looking and very like kind of scary to me. So that's my number 5.
That's a good one. A lot of people really like him too.
Yeah.
All right, Shelby, who's your number 5? Shelby? Can you hear us, Shelby?
Shelby,
I'm so
are you
sorry.
there?
I'm having some major difficulties
Uh-oh.
with my internet for some.
That's the
I am
word.
like in slow motion on this thing.
That's okay.
In school all day long, I'm like, Bob, are you there? Are you still with us, Bob? Bob, have you left?
Yeah.
Please turn your video back on. I think you accidentally turned your camera off. Please rejoin our meeting.
Yes. Luckily, I don't have that. I go to work. I don't have
all day long. Or Bob, you need to turn your mic off. Okay, I know. I love your dog too. He's great. Can you turn your mic off for me?
Or if they're like, you're muted. Can you please unmute your microphone? They're like, your microphone. And I'll say, like, ask them to unmute, and they won't click it.
That's awesome. Meg, are you a teacher too?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I do a lot of other meetings with a lot of different age people, so they don't understand.
Yeah, I don't have any sort of technology at work because I work at a grocery store. So,
well, that's good then. I mean, at least you don't have to deal with that part. I feel like there's no internet left for anyone now.
No, but I have to deal with people all day, every day. And
That's the worst. People are the worst.
it really is. Like, it really is the worst. All right, Shelby, can you hear now? You want to tell us your number 5? Oh, she's gone again. Okay, well, when she comes back, hopefully it'll work. So number 4, let's go, Kat. What you got for number 4?
Okay, so I love a villain who has a goal. There is a goal in mind, and this lady has a goal. She wants her daughters married, and she deserves a good life.
Yes.
Yes. Tremaine. She scares me. She really does. I wouldn't want to meet her. Like, she's just her face when she trips the guy who's holding the glass slipper, and she's like so unapologetic, like I just like, oh, get the chills.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like
Oh,
they have
Lord.
to be grouped in with Anastasia and
Yes.
Bella and Lady Tremaine. Like the three of them
Altogether.
are hysterical. Like
Mhm.
they are so
Sing,
funny.
sweet nightingale.
Yes.
And when
So
you meet them in the park, like they are so funny in the park. Oh,
that's
they're
what I was fantastic. And right now, they're one of the best character interactions you can have while you're down there. So they were on the ledge of the castle in July. And then when we went in October, they were standing outside Princess Fairy Tale Hall. So you were much closer to them. And it
Love
was like
that.
a real interaction. And they are so funny. Like they're so funny. And we had an experience one time when my boys were little that those girls were just fighting over my boys. I mean, like it was so much fun. It was so great. So Meg, who's your number 4?
I had originally put Dr. Facilier, but I changed it because I feel like why not talk about more villains? So I'm gonna throw in Ursula there because I think Ursula is, besides Jafar, she is the most terrifying villain ever. Like when she turns into that giant octopus in the end and she's like, rah, you know, she's so scary. But she's also like, I don't know. I think I'm just like super interested in the manipulative villains. Maybe that says something about me. I don't know. But first of all, purple is my favorite color. So I like channel everything from Ursula. She's so cool. And then when she becomes Vanessa, it's like, ooh, there you go, girl. But just, she's so cool and she's so evil. And I love her song. I love the animatronic in Journey Under the Sea. Journey of the Little Mermaid Under the Sea, whatever the attraction's called. But that animatronic is so cool. And she's just an awesome, awesome villain.
Yeah. So Sammy says her number 4 is Scar, and Emily says her number 4 is Jafar. So those are Scar we've said, but Jafar is somebody we've not talked about. My number 4 is actually Madame Medusa from The Rescuers.
Oh, yes.
I love this movie. I love that movie. And I think she's crazy. Like after those diamonds, like she's just insane. And like Kat was talking about, she's got a plan. She's got an agenda and this is what she wants. And she wants these diamonds. And she doesn't care if she has to sacrifice this little girl to get them. Like, it's scary. Like she scares me. But I like her. I don't know. I think, like I said, if they're going to be ones, they need to be bad. Right? The sisters are my favorite. They are still there at the Princess Meet. They were calling out everyone's costumes yesterday. So Cameron was in the Magic Kingdom yesterday. So that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I love character interactions. I just think they're super fun. Tony, number 4.
Okay, so my number 4, and I mean, I guess he's a villain. I don't know. And I may pronounce his name wrong. Tamatoa from Moana.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a
Is
villain.
he a villain? Okay. He's not like, you know, but and mainly because I really like the song he sings, Shiny. I just think that like is I just love that scene in the movie. I don't know why. But yeah, so he's about number 4 because he's entertaining to me.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's a funny villain.
Right.
I feel like you either hate that song or you love that song.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone in between.
Well, I didn't like it at first, but then like after I watched it a couple of times, I was like, this is kind of catchy. Like
It gets stuck in your head, and then you sing it. It's like when you ironically say something or ironically sing something, and then you're like, wait, I actually like this.
Yeah.
Yes, that happens to me a lot. I'll be like singing a song. I'm like, why am I singing this? I hate it. But then I'm like, oh, you know what? It's not that bad. Yeah. Anybody else have a number 4 chat you want to let us know about? If it's somebody different, we can talk about our feelings about them. Or a number 3. Kat, you want to go to number 3?
So another mother who she's a little more selfish because she locks her stolen daughter in a tower
Oh
and
gosh.
loves her hair the most. Mother Gothel,
Yeah.
she is so conniving, and she has imprisoned a child her whole life
Right.
for youth. Like
That's
she's
awful.
evil.
Yeah, I love your face when you're like, she imprisoned a child. Like, she's bad. Her face is priceless.
Plus her song,
Oh.
Mother Knows Best is
Yep.
so fun to sing on stage. Like that is just a great song. Mother
Yeah,
Knows
Mother Gothel. She's bad too. Like, okay, so Disney has some really bad villains. Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, but you know, I was watching something and they were talking about how Scar is the only one that actually kills somebody in this movie. Is that right? Do we think that's right?
Let's see.
I know
Can
all of us are thinking we're like,
Can you think of another villain
Right.
that actually kills someone? So now I know Gaston
The
like tries
Hunter?
to kill Beast, the huntsman. He tries to kill.
I
I mean,
think
Oh,
the
the Bambi
Huntsman
hunter?
Bambi is the only other one who kills.
yeah,
Yeah, everyone else is like attempted murder.
right.
Yeah.
They don't ever
I think
succeed.
Bambi
So
gets
good for them.
attempted.
So good for them.
I mean, Cruella DeVille kills puppies, but I think that's implied or inferred.
yeah, I don't think we ever see her do it.
We just know that she has because she wears
Yeah, 'cause
fur, right?
Yeah. she wears her. But I wonder, like, Dalmatians don't really have fur like that. So where does that coat actually come from?
The questions we should ask Disney.
I mean, like, seriously, Dalmatians don't. Their fur's not that fluffy. I mean, let's just be honest.
I Googled it, and according to Google, Scar from Lion King, they say Jafar kills Aladdin, but I mean, that's kind of a gray area. It's more of attempted murder.
Yeah.
Shang Yu,
Oh yeah.
he is definitely
sure.
an honorable mention.
Oh,
And Clayton from Tarzan, because
Yeah.
Because he kills.
he kills
Kala.
Tarzan's gorilla dad,
yeah.
Yeah.
or whatever his name is.
Yeah. And Cameron says the bad guy in Atlantis. Kat, you know more about Atlantis than I do.
Yeah, he attempts to kill. Does he? I don't think he actually. Does he kill anyone?
I don't know.
I feel like these are all attempts, but none of
Yeah.
them really go through with it.
Well, I feel like most of them do attempt. I mean,
Yeah.
like most of the villains are attempting to kill someone. Like, oh, Shelby is in the chat and she says the Shadow Doctor kills Raymond. Or Ray, whatever his name is.
Oh, he kills
But
Raymond.
he wants to go be with her.
My Evangeline.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah,
wants
I
to
think
go
so.
be with Evangeline, doesn't he? Like, isn't that his like end goal is to go be with Evangeline?
I mean, but to be fair,
Yeah.
like it's a firefly, and not that it's less sad, but it's a lot easier to kill a firefly than like
I don't know.
anyone else. Like a
I was
lion.
really sad when he died.
Like a lion, yeah.
I
really
definitely
bad.
cried when he died.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh
so sad.
yeah. Legit tears.
I cry when anybody dies. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm like, oh my god, it's so sad. And it's
Yeah.
it's a cartoon. Like who knows? All right, so number 3. Somebody said Maleficent. Yeah, somebody said Maleficent. Surprisingly, she's not on my list.
She's not on my list
Oh.
either, and it's not just because I can't say her name.
Well, I think she's overdone sometimes. Not always, but sometimes I think she is overdone. There are lots and lots of villains out there, and I just feel like a lot of them don't get any love at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
I did number 3.
That-
I have Mother Gothel as my number 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Meg, number 3.
So mine is Mr. Oogie Boogie. I love Oogie Boogie, and I know Kat, we're twinning right now. And The Nightmare Before Christmas, he is such a good villain. If we're talking about songs, like his song is one of my favorite songs ever. I am obsessed with stop motion animation as well, and the way that they maneuver his character is exactly how I would imagine Oogie Boogie in real life. And I just think he is like one of the grossest, ickiest characters because he's made out of worms and bugs, and he's just so cool. And I love Oogie Boogie so much. He's awesome.
I thought he would have been your number one.
Oh, no. I talk about my favorite villain all the time. Actually,
Okay.
it was really hard for me to split up my top two. Yeah. They're good.
Number 3 was hard for me because my top 2 are my top 2. Like I said, they're just like there. And then
Yeah.
I like the 2 that I chose for the bottom, but I was kind of like, who else do I really like? Who else do I like? And I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. But I actually really, really like Jafar. So I think Jafar is my number 3. And I think it's just because I don't know, he seems so evil to me, like so evil in what he wants and how he wants to get there. And with the live action, Aladdin is my favorite live action that they've made. I know that's like controversial, not everybody likes it. But I think the Jafar in the live action is even like scarier. I mean, like really scary. I just think he does a really good job of playing that role. So I think Jafar is my number 3.
I hate Jafar. He is the worst. That's because I think he's so creepy. He's like, he's so creepy and scary. Like just the way that he looks and the way that he like preys upon Jasmine, it creeps me out so much. But I know that everyone's like, he's a villain. He's supposed to do that. But like, I don't like him.
I think that's one of the reasons why is because
Yeah.
I want my villains to be bad, and he's like you said, he's like creepy, and the way he like preys on Jasmine, it's like a different level of creepy villain, you know? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
who is? I don't know what that is. All right, Tony.
Shere
who's your
Khan,
3?
maybe? Shere
Yeah.
Khan, your number
Shere
3.
Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. There's so many that I just like forget about. There's just so many that we forget about. Tony,
We gotta
number
give
3.
love to the list.
Yeah, okay. So my number 3, I don't really know if he's a villain. I mean, he kind of is. Like he kidnaps the main character there for a moment. But it's King Louie from the Jungle Book.
Oh.
I think he's a villain.
I mean, but again, I like the song that he sings. I want to be like you, So I don't know. I just really like that scene, and I like the song that he sings. So I don't really know if he's a villain, like for real villain. But I think he kind of is for like a brief moment, maybe.
I know, like I had done a Disney villains bracket, and we ranked all the Disney villains, and he was one of them. So if that makes you feel better, like on the Disney villains Wikipedia page, he's listed as a villain.
Okay, yeah, I feel validated. Yeah.
Yes,
I think he is. Hey, Shelby, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you want to do your number 5, 4, and 3 for us?
Sure.
So we know
fifth
who you.
one is Captain Hook.
Oh yeah.
I just love Captain Hook. I love his colors. He's got some really good colors.
Yeah. He's got a really
And then-
nice like robe. That's what it looks like.
Evil Queen. I love the poison apple whole
We haven't talked
display.
about her yet. Yeah.
And then my
She's a good
third
one.
one is Heart.
oh.
Who?
The Queen of
Who?
Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So she's evil. Yeah. Well, you're an Alice in Wonderland person too. So yeah, that's a good one to talk about. She wants to kill everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that even remotely crosses her, she wants to kill them. Like it doesn't matter what they do.
Right?
So Val says the evil queen is elegant, and I agree with that.
Yep.
I think she is, like, she has a sophistication about her that I think the other villains maybe don't have. So since you like the
Well,
Queen of Hearts,
Hag.
Meg's like,
not the old hag, but the evil queen. Since you like the Queen of Hearts, Shelby, what's your take on the live action version of her?
I hate it.
Do you?
Oh,
You don't like Helena Bonham Carter?
Live act at all.
You don't like it? The movie or just that character? No.
I didn't like her character. I didn't like the fact that like they made her look like they did.
Yeah. I like her as an actress. So.
She
I
bumped
love
her.
her. My
Helena
favorite
Bonham
line
Carter?
from her though, like that she's talking to that other, I can't remember who it is, that guy, and then Alice says that her name is and she goes, the Queen of Hearts says her name is idiots. It's like my favorite line. It's so silly.
Yeah, I love Helena Bonham Carter. I think she's a fabulous actress. I don't care for that movie. I just think it's weird, but I like her, so I think she's good in it.
She's amazing.
All right, top twos. Kat.
Okay. This is probably one of my favorite all-time characters because he's so freaking funny and he has a temper and
Yes.
he has I mean, he has a goal, but that is Hades. Because first of all, best hair of any character.
Is my hair out?
It's like
Is my hair out?
Is my hair out? You have his merchandise? Like he just has the best lines, and he's sneaky. I like him.
Well, he's the Lord of the Underworld.
He's tired of being down there. He wants to take over everything. Like, let's just take it all over.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. I like Hades. I think he. Those are pretty. I like him. He's funny though, so he's got a little comedy in his role. He's one of the more comedic, to me, one of the more comedic villains. I think, he's
Oh,
got a lot of
definitely.
comedy. So Meg, number 2.
Hades is actually my number 2 as well. And I always group Pain and Panic in with him because they are a team. They are a whole team. Hercules is like one of my favorite movies. It's tied between The Lion King and Hercules. And I love to say the line because my name is Meg. Like my friends call me Meg, at least they would if I had any friends. So I just love that movie so much. And Hades is like the cherry on top of that movie. He's hilarious. He has the best lines, like Kat was saying. And he just brings so much personality, so much comedy to that movie. And then you have Pain and Panic, like who also that's I think the whole reason why I love the movie so much is they're hilarious. We are not worthy, worthless worms. Like they are the best. And if is good. So they're just awesome. I love all 3 of them so much. I can't say enough about Hades and Pain and Panic.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're really good. I like Hades by himself, but I think he's so much better with Pain and Panic. Like you said, I think they're like a group and they go together and they're super fun together. Shelby, who's your number 2?
Mine is Ursula.
She's a good
I
one.
love that sea witch. I don't really have like because she's already been talked about, but I really do love Ursula.
Yeah, she like we said earlier, she's like extra scary, especially when she gets like really, really big. She's like extra scary.
Yep.
So my number 2 is actually Lady Tremaine and Anastasia and Drusilla. I think they they kind of like Hades and Pain and Panic. They all kind of go together, but she's funny to me, in the sense that yes, most parents would do anything for their kids, but she takes it just one step too far. Like she's just like the things and the lengths that she would go to get those girls married to that prince it's just funny to me. Like it's funny to me. But also for me, a lot of times I really enjoy the villains like meet and greets in the parks. So that helps me to like them more in their movies once I've met them in the park, kind of thing, you know? Tony, number 2.
All right, my number 2 is Gaston.
Uh-huh.
He is just one of my all-time favorites. Again, you know, he's not like super scary, you know, but I love his song. So yeah.
And he's a good meet and greet.
He's nice to look at.
He's
Yeah.
also super fun. So like right now down there with the cavalcade, he, you know, he's like, see me, it's nice to meet me. Like, here I am, you know, he's just like so super conceited and he's a lot of fun. Melissa says she agrees with you, Tony. And then Val asked a question up here. She wanted to know something about
Killmonger.
Killmonger as a villain. He is the villain you feel for.
Yes.
So
that is another type of villain I love, is the ones who have redeeming qualities like Loki and Killmonger and like ones like that where you're like your heart kind of goes out to them a little bit.
Kylo Ren. Can we talk about Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren. I mean, he's a perfect example. But I didn't think about Marvel movies. I would have a lot.
I only thought of strict like original Disney animation. But I would talk about Kylo Ren all day, every day.
well, yeah, I went strictly on Disney animation, but like she says, Killmonger is one of those villains you feel for. I don't know if you've seen the Black Panther, Tony.
I have not.
Yeah.
Honey, I need you to go tomorrow and watch Black Panther, please.
Okay.
Killmonger is Austin's favorite villain. He just loves, I mean, he loves him. Like, he just loves him. So I know a lot about him, like, just from Austin, but I feel like I feel like he's not as villainous as they intend, like, as you think he would be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, he just wants basically to be connected to his roots or to his family.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it, I guess. But yeah, Will and Kylo, I mean, everybody loves Kylo.
I think they both parallel each other. Like, I think Kylo really struggles with identity. Like, he literally has a whole separate identity of being Ben Solo. Like, that's his other identity. And then that connection with his family. But I think it goes further with Killmonger, where he's trying to literally go back to his roots. And like, Kylo, you know, he's in space. So I don't think he has that. So.
I mean, I love Kylo Ren. I'm a huge Kylo Ren fan. So I think the way they did him in the movies is terrible, but that's just my opinion. I don't think it was necessary. That's just my opinion. That's a whole other story and chat.
That's a whole
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Because you know, we really just got into. I mean, I watched Star Wars. We watched Star Wars growing up, the originals, and then I watched the silly ones. When I was
silly ones,
when I was a late teen.
The three in between, the silly ones.
The silly ones, like I don't understand them. But to be honest, I don't actually care for these new ones that much either. I feel like they just, I don't know. I feel like the last one, they just totally killed it. They just ruined it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Again, that's a whole nother thing. And we are dark side in our house, if anybody is wondering, because Logan is a Sith. So
I have a confession to make. I didn't watch the last movie. I only watched the last 10 minutes to see what happened.
It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it, and I was like, I know he's gonna die, so I just want to watch that scene.
Oh, you gotta watch. It's the whole struggle, the whole buildup.
Oh. I don't like it. That's just me. I don't like it. Oh, well, that's interesting, Val. Val says Killmonger is really looking at how the black world can dominate the white world for the next 500 years as payback, which is where he goes overboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That is interesting. All right. Number one. Has everybody said their number two? Yes. All right. Number one, Kat, we know you're number one, but tell us anyway.
What do you mean? It's Kronk. No, I'm just
Pull the
kidding.
lever.
Pull the lever.
It's my girl, Yzma. Yzma. Okay, let me just say, Yzma is hilarious, but she's also just like, she has done her time. She has raised the spoiled brat who like will not let her do what she needs to do. She's done, and she poisons him. It's her and Kronk together, and I don't consider Kronk a bad guy. I considered him a misguided sidekick who likes to cook. And so I personally, like, I think their dynamic is great, but she's pretty evil. Even when she's a cat, she's like,
she is. It's been a while since I've seen Emperor's New Groove, but
I mean, look at her face as a cat. She evil.
That is amazing.
I think she's more evil as a cat, isn't she?
She's like, is this my voice? But no, I mean, but she does have a little compassion because she turns one of the soldiers into a cow, and he asks if he can go home, and she says yes. So there's some compassion there.
Oh, well, there you go.
I turned into a cow. Can I go home now?
All right, Meg, number one.
For anyone that knows me, this won't be a surprise either. My favorite villain is the Evil Queen. She is, the number one first Disney villain. So I don't know how you could get any better than that. But I also have like a very special personal connection. She's my mom's favorite. She was my grandpa's favorite. So my whole family loves the Evil Queen. My mom would always dress up like her. And I always say in the best way possible, my mom looks like the Evil Queen, and she's like the Evil Queen, but my mom is very nice. And I think Kat could vouch for that because she got to meet her.
She's beautiful and she's so kind.
Thanks. But I always say that my mom is like the Evil Queen in the best redeeming qualities. And I love the old hag. She is like the most beautiful villain in my eyes. And someone said earlier, she's super elegant. She's just like what I picture a queen to be like, and with a little sprinkle of evil in there. So I love her. She is the best. Once again, purple is my color. It's very royal, but she's just amazing. I love her so much.
One thing about the Evil Queen, like you said, you said you tell your mom she looks like the Evil Queen, like with respect or whatever. But the Evil Queen is meant to be beautiful. I mean, she's supposed to be a beautiful woman. So, she's the most beautiful in the land until Snow White. So, I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing that you would think your mom looks like the Evil Queen because she's a beautiful woman. Huh?
Like, people are like, oh my gosh, you're comparing your mom to a villain? I'm like, no, not understanding.
Like, yeah.
She's beautiful and she's nice and she is the fairest of all the land.
Yeah, I mean, she is until Snow White comes along. She's the most beautiful in the land. So, and yeah, she's the original. She's the original. Like,
original daddy.
And I actually really like the old hag version. I do too. I like her role in the movie, and I just think that's kind of a cool thing. So we have several number one Maleficents over here. Mel, I think Val said Maleficent. I think we had several Maleficents, but I don't know if any of us are talking about Maleficent. So we might talk about her when we're done. All right, Shelby, who's your number one?
My number one is Yzma. smell
Yeah.
cats because we love cats and we love eating ears.
Your ears are gorgeous.
I love them. I would show my ears, but they're packed away for my trip.
Love it.
When are you going?
I'm going to Kentucky, and
Oh.
I'm going to do a live stream, so I figure it.
Oh, I was like, gosh, didn't you just get back?
I'm going in December, so
Which I shouldn't say anything. I've been
you and me are on the same page. You're like, we're going.
I've been so many times. All right, my number one is Cruella DeVille. Always Cruella DeVille. And honestly, I can't tell you why. I just love her. I think she's just so mean. Like, she's just so mean. And I like her song, even though she doesn't sing it. It's a song about her, though. But and two, when I was at Disneyland for my first trip in 2018, we were there like at Halloween time, and all the villains were out. And my interaction with her was the most amazing because out there, characters just kind of roam around the park.
Mhm.
And she was just like walking around. I mean, she would stop and she would get a picture, and I wasn't going to go up to her or anything. So I literally just turned around
and all the villains were out.
going to take a selfie. And she got right up in my camera and was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm gorgeous." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love you so much." So she just is my favorite. I just love her. So I don't think anybody else really likes Cruella.
I like Cruella, but she didn't make it on my list. And I can totally agree. Like, the villains meet and greets are the best. She's just hilarious, Cruella DeVille. And I always like to ask her about her makeup. So
Yeah.
got some good.
All right, Tony.
Okay, so my number one is Ursula. I love Poor Unfortunate Souls. I love just her. That's my favorite Disney movie, and I don't know. I just like her. I think she's creepy, and I don't really like creepy things, but like I like her in her creepy ways. I don't know. So she's my favorite.
Do you like her in Vanessa form?
No.
No, just as Ursula.
No, I just like her as the octopus.
As the octopus, a big creepy
Yeah.
octopus.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all of our number ones, but I know we didn't talk about Maleficent at all. Nobody said Maleficent, which is crazy.
Well, I have some honorable mentions, and I realized after I had these that the one thing they all have in common is genocide, and I think it's why I don't like them. And is Governor Radcliffe from Pocahontas,
Yes.
Frollo from The Hunchback,
Yeah.
and Commander Warwick from Atlantis. They all literally want to eradicate like a group of people. It's so evil.
It is evil. I think we've established that Disney's like evil. Like some of their villains are just really evil. Like the majority of them, it's really crazy. But yeah, I haven't seen Atlantis in I don't know how long. A very long time. I'd have to go back and watch it again. But I agree with Frollo and
You need to go watch that.
who else did you say?
Clayton. No, wait.
Radcliffe, Governor Radcliffe.
Yeah, Governor Radcliffe.
Yes, Governor Radcliffe.
Yeah, I totally agree that they are like,
And they all want to get rid of like a group of people to take over, or like,
yeah,
I don't get it.
it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Josh says he likes Mor'du, which if you don't know who Mor'du is, that's the bear from Brave. And yes, I love like villains like that aren't as popular. I want that. I guess that's what I want. I want like underrated villains to be more popular.
Yes. Cameron is absolutely right. Syndrome kills.
Oh,
He killed
Syndrome.
all the supers.
Yes, he did.
He's
He
bad.
did.
He's bad.
Oh no, he is a bad guy. Go home, buddy.
Go home, buddy.
Like, oh, he's a bad guy. Well, so Austin really loves Chernabog.
Oh, yes.
And so his scene in Fantasia is probably like one of the scariest scenes in all Disney movies. And I don't know what made Austin get on this Chernabog kick. I think he saw a pin that he really liked and wanted to collect Chernabog pins. So he's like been on this Chernabog thing. And when we were in the parks, you know, that villain's cavalcade, that big float is Chernabog, and he like freaked out. And they were at Splash Mountain, and he took a bunch of pictures of it and sent it to us and was like, look, like, oh my gosh. So I think Chernabog is, which, you know, he doesn't have a lot of screen time, but he's still, you know, he's still a fun villain.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is a good villain? Anybody else have an honorable mention that we haven't talked about?
Trying to think.
Sean Yu is another one who is just about killing because he just wants
Yeah.
to conquer.
Is it Prince John?
Oh,
yeah.
good. Yeah. That's a good one too.
Oh my gosh, your ears. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
What shop did you get those from?
I'm just gonna like get off the stream and start to make a pair after this. So
Mod found
Mayor Bellwether. Cameron says Mayor Bellwether.
Oh yeah, because she's
Smelling
cute
sexy.
and she turns out to be not
I
as
just had-
Hans, because he starts out nice and you think everything's good, and then wham, they smack you in the face, and they're like, no, he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, I don't like him at all. Actually, like he's
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I just remembered one. The most cuddly of them all.
Lotso.
What's up?
there.
I like the
Mr.
Siamese
Bunch.
cats from Lady and the Tramp. The Siamese
Yes.
cats.
Oh yeah, they're good too.
I feel like I need to pull up a list of
I
movies.
know.
who are the good villains? Well, and that's the whole thing. Like everybody loves these villains that Disney pushes,
Yeah.
but there's so many others. Okay, so like the bowler hat in Meet the Robinsons.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like I think Meet the Robinsons is one of the most underrated movies,
Great.
and I just love it. And you know, Doris, that's her name, the bowler hat, is the actual villain in that movie.
Doris, what are you doing?
and it just warms my heart. It makes me
You keep cutting in and out,
Yeah, I
Shelby.
missed half of that.
Oh, the guitar player from Coco, Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah.
the-
Madigan.
he's a bad villain.
Yeah.
And Cherie says the Siamese cats, which Tony, you touched on them a little bit.
I wouldn't say, I don't think the Sanderson sisters are villains though. That's just me.
A lot of people do though, and so I asked that. I was like, "Are they villains?" And somebody's like,
Well,
"Yes,
they try
and
to
they
like
are."
eat the children.
But
Yeah, that's kind of villainy.
I guess because they're the main characters, they don't seem like they're supposed to be villains. I don't know.
I think it depends on the way that you're trying to look at it, because you could look at Max as one of the bad guys who's trying to kill them,
Mm.
because that's his goal.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of them can be done that way.
So they have Edgar from the Aristocats. Yeah, he tried to murder kittens. Who
Oh,
does
yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's bad. Shelby, I think you're frozen. I think you keep freezing, Shelby. I'm trying to think of earlier
I am
movies.
not having a good life.
Sorry.
Internet. I hate that for you.
Yeah.
So my husband just texted me and he said, "Tell them mine," and his are I'm not gonna say this right. What's the guy from Pinocchio?
Monstro, Stromboli.
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 And the wolf and the cat.
J-
I don't know what their names are.
The wolf
I don't-
and the cat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know their names either. In Pinocchio.
Those guys from Pinocchio. And King John.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Hey,
love it.
what are their names? I don't know what they're.
It's like I just watched this movie too.
Honest John.
Yeah.
Honest John. Yes, that's one.
Yes, Honest John and whatever the cat is.
Mr. Meow.
And I don't remember
Yeah.
what the other one is.
Let's see.
Yes, Jesse said Madame Medusa. She was my number 4. I love Madame Medusa. But I
Gideon.
also
Gideon.
love
Yes.
the rescuers. Cherie says Aunt Sarah from Lady and the Tramp. I don't like Aunt
Sir
Sarah
Hiss.
either. Sir Hiss.
Mm-hmm.
And the
He's great
Sheriff
though.
of Nottingham.
He's so good. Sorry, I just found that my dog was chewing on a Mickey back.
Oh no.
Oh,
Pin back. Like, where did you get that? Oh Lord. I'm looking around trying to find, like, see if I see any villains, but I don't have any villain stuff, so except for Cruella.
Oh, okay. So one of my favorite of the bad guys, because he's he redeemed himself in Monsters University, is Randall.
I love Randall.
Like,
He's a
because
good one.
he was so cute in that, and then he was like, "Oh, bad."
He's like a nerdy lizard or whatever he is, gecko. I don't know what kind of animal he is.
Yeah, what is he?
He's like a
I don't know what
monster lizard.
Let's see. We said, I think we said basically everybody that's on this list I'm looking at.
Headless Horseman's on here.
Yes.
You're- Who?
The Headless Horseman.
Oh, from what you call it? Ichabod Crane.
hmm
The Sheriff of
Mhm.
Nottingham
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
off of Robin Hood.
Trying to think like earlier movies, but or
Some of them have like really obscure villains that are only in the movie for like a minute and they're
Mhm.
considered villains. So they're not really in the movie. And I wouldn't consider them villains because when I ended up doing this like ranking thing, I was like, I don't know who half of these people are that are considered Disney villains.
Mhm.
They're not really in the movie.
So I just looked up some, and one of the top ones that I looked up, which I don't
What
even.
about Prince Hans from Frozen?
Oh, the Southern Isles?
He has 12 brothers.
Prince Hans?
I don't like him, but yeah, he's a villain.
Is that because he looks like his horse?
Sorry.
One of the top ones they say on what I just looked up is Chick Hicks from Cars.
Oh.
Oh.
Who is
like,
that?
He's the green. I don't even
He's the other
consider him.
car?
Yeah, he's the mean car that tries to beat Lightning McQueen. I'm like, why is that? Why is he even a villain?
Michael
But-
Keaton does
Did
voice.
we say Frollo from
Who?
Come back, Shelby. Come back.
Frollo?
Cherise says Pete, Peg Leg Pete.
Frollo
So,
Oh, Frollo.
Yes.
Yeah, Frollo.
Frollo's a mean man.
awful.
He is like one of the most intense villains.
Right?
He is.
And in the one scene where he's getting a little too close to Esmeralda, and there's like an undertone of, and I'm like, oh heck no, they're not going.
Those
So
Jafar vibes, though.
That's what we were talking about. Jafar being creepy with Jasmine. Frollo is way worse.
Oh, way what? Oh.
That's
Those
his
are like
creep
the two. those are like two of the only villains I don't like, and it's because they give off those like vibes.
Mhm.
Like, come
I know
here.
Mm.
Creepers. Stinky Pete.
Yeah. Stinky Pete. Yeah, that's a good one.
I do think Lotso is probably my favorite Toy Story villain.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to be loved.
Yeah. He just wants to smell like strawberries again.
Hey,
Instead of,
they
like,
smell forever.
Mine does. Mine makes my room smell good. I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's time for years and years and years, and they smelled like strawberries forever. And I was like, I cannot believe that these kids sleep with these things and they still smell like strawberries. Is he really a villain? Who? Lotso? Jesse, are you talking about how was Lotso a villain? Because he was mean to
Absurd.
the
Oh, but Meg, I have this. It's a cute pesket thingy.
That's
from
adorable.
Japan. It's the evil queen.
Oh, she's beautiful. Look at her.
Isn't she pretty? It's just so cute. And then I have
Fantastic.
the one that starts with an M.
Maleficent.
Not saying it.
The one that starts with an M.
People make fun of me.
We will never ever make fun of you, Kat.
Melissa.
Exactly.
Maleficent.
Yep.
Maleficent.
We can't get Patrick one time called her
Non-judgment.
magnificent. And I'm like, yep,
That's
that's
it.
her.
She somehow became the like centerpiece villain.
She's the mistress of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's the centerpiece villain of everything Disney does these
I think
days.
she's a good villain. I just think she's a little overrated. Just from like
Wait. At one time, I know there was a debate on whether or not Elsa was a villain.
yes.
I'm down. I'm down for that. I don't know. We did. Shelby said she liked Hook. And I think Hook is one of those
Sir.
comedic villains. Not like a super like hateful villain. He just wants to rule Neverland and wants Peter Pan to go away. You know.
Annoying boy flying around his head. What annoying-
I like.
He just wants to. I hate that she's having internet trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find, like you said, I think Maleficent's so overrated, and I just think it's weird that she is their centerpiece, especially when that movie is. It's weird, and it's not even a prominent movie.
It's not
Aurora's not a prominent princess.
No!
Like, it's just weird.
The Philip guy, he's in most of it. I mean, he's the one who like slays the dragon and does everything.
The
Yeah,
Philip guy.
it's just weird to me that they chose Maleficent as their like standout villain,
I
and
think
that
the evil queen should have been, but I'm also biased.
I agree with you though. I feel like she is
First
the,
villain.
like is the first one. She set like a precedent of like where the baddies should be.
yeah,
Exactly.
I agree. I don't know. I just find it weird just because I think Sleeping Beauty is such a I don't know. It's like not even a watched movie.
I think it's
I don't-
boring.
I feel like people just don't watch it. And what's so weird is that Logan, my youngest, who's 14 now, but all his life, Aurora has been his favorite princess.
Really?
And like I have no idea why. Like it's
From
just
the park?
it's just yeah, from meet and greets.
Mm.
But I don't know, it's just weird. I think she's just a strange little movie and a strange person to choose as their like marquee villain. I don't know. Pan and Rumple from Once Upon a Time. So I don't watch Once Upon a Time.
What, you haven't or you don't? Oh, I probably watched it multiple times. Like I usually put it on the background when I'm like crafting or something. So I've seen all the episodes at least 3 times.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, but I just kind of quit watching it.
Hook
Oh.
is beautiful. So beautiful.
Hook is beautiful. All right, I think we covered everybody, right? We covered all the villains.
Mm.
So do you guys have anything special coming up on your channels before we leave here?
I
I'll
have
go
my
first.
whole
Let's see if we can.
and I got my snow collection coming.
All I heard was collection.
Yeah.
She has all her collections coming, so she's going to be showing all
Oh.
her collection.
Ooh.
Yeah, so looking for that for her.
Now, are you in your new house yet?
My
Or
snow
are you
globes.
still in your old
It's
house?
A series of 6.
She's still at her old house. if
Okay.
you didn't hear what she said. I only know that because I talked to her. So outside of
And Debbie, I need your new address so I can send you a box.
all right, Kat, what do you have coming up?
Hello.
Okay.
So I have a giveaway up today. I have a Loungefly haul that I did, and I got some really cute stuff. I would show what I'm giving away, but I think I put it in the other room. But basically, it's a book bag like this, but Hercules, Meg, baby Hercules with baby Pegasus.
I love it.
And I have a whole bunch of other stuff going in there. Also, I will have a whole bunch more craft videos coming up, and I have a sock exchange and a Friendsgiving exchange, and I am
Ooh.
close to 750 subscribers.
Yay! Congratulations! Oh my gosh.
700.
All right,
Oh,
Meg,
hold on.
what do you have coming up?
I'm always so awkward when I come on. Okay. I go live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time or Walt Disney World time on my channel. And then I typically put out like 1 or 2 videos a week. I'm just like prepping for Vlogmas. So I don't know. I don't have any edited videos right now that I'm working on. So I just know that I'm going live tomorrow night. So yeah.
There you go. All right, Tony, I'm not going to put us full screen since it's both of us. What do we have coming up?
That is a good question.
I know today we posted something a little bit different than normal. If you guys haven't seen our video today, we did a Toy Story Wishables unbagging with our 2-year-old cousin.
I saw a little clip. It's cute.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
guys, go watch that. He's so cute. And then we have some trip vlogs coming up
Yeah.
from our 11-person trip that we just took, where we took the whole high school. Whew, that was great. What else do we have?
In December, you have a really cool gingerbread house.
We do. We
Yeah.
do. I think everybody on this chat is in it. We're
I'm
going to
really
build
excited
gingerbread
about
houses.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I
That'd be
said in
fun.
the chat, Tony's probably going to end up doing most of it because I'm terrible at that kind of stuff.
That's
Just
okay.
one thing. I have 4 bags of stuff.
Oh my
Gosh.
goodness.
Wow.
Well, you said what you were making in the chat. So
I'm
I
making
assume
tiki room.
That is